Hey, what's going on, everybody? YouTube, Twitch. I feel like we usually get like maybe one viewer on Twitch, and we're live on Twitter or X as well. I wonder if enough time goes by, if people will quit calling it Twitter. Awesome, guys. Well, the deal went live last night. Mark was able to do that. I didn't tell anybody that it went live, but there's a lot of people just checking. You guys are just checking to see when it goes live to try to buy. So, we had some decent buys come in overnight. What's going on, Laz? What's up, Tommy? Truth Hurts. JW Jr. Tazzy Zig. Koenig. Externalize in the house. Controlled Tokenomics. Crypto Trucker. Leon. Chris. Joko. Mr. Mac SMG. Jamie, what's going on, man? We got Planet Black here. And Mookie, thanks for being here, guys. We're at 6963. I can't believe how close we are to the 7. And BNB did good, but we just had some good buys come in too. We had a couple people taking profits. There's nothing wrong with that. It's good. Sells fuel rewards more than buys. You know what I mean? Buys is 13%, goes towards those rewards. Sells is 18%. And if they're unstaking, it's an additional 30%, which is crazy. Another crazy part about the unstaking fee is that it doesn't go towards anything but rewards. It's not like, oh, some goes to the treasury. No. Anybody unstaking early, boom, 30% towards the 12-month reward event. Our 12-month rewards are actually doing really good. We added countdowns. I don't know if you guys saw this countdowns. I look at your suggestions on the Discord if you have suggestions, things that you think will help or need to be done. We're not going to do all of them, but we're going to go through, keep an eye on them, and sometimes it's just a good place to keep track of things we need to do for the project. One of those things was getting reward countdown for the monthly and the 6 month, and so that's added now. That got added within a couple days as soon as it was suggested. Our rewards for the yearly is coming up on 90,000. We have about 30,000 in the 6 month and about 3,000 in the 1 month. The rewards are, the focus is growth, and we're doing it. Like, I can't believe we're already at the door of the 7. We were just at the 6, and now we're at the 7. It's crazy how much, we've gone up in such a small window. You keep, it's like the new all-time high. We were at the 4 just a couple weeks ago. We were excited about being around the 4, you know what I mean? We couldn't break that initial 4-3. And then we were at the 5, and then the 6, and now we're at the 7. It's crazy. So right now is a good time if you guys want to do the control token push. If you were saving to buy, you can do that now. It probably won't take much to push us to the 7. So everybody who is saving up their money to do that, I know we had some people, saving for this moment. You guys want to go ahead and do that, and I'll call out the buys as they're happening and the price they put us at as I do the AMA for today. And then we will, be treating this like a normal AMA. I really don't want to go on longer than an hour at the most. So, it's about 2 minutes before 4 Central, so we'll probably go till 5 at the longest. So yeah, if you guys are wanting to put in your buys, go ahead. We just had another $97 buy, put us at the 6953. Had a $68 buy, put us at the 6956. I believe contract just had to sell for rewards. That puts us at 6944. We removed arbitrage. That was putting $3,000 to $4,000 sells on the charts. It's a massive positive when it comes to this growth to remove that. That was really pulling us back in order to pull that other liquidity pull up with us. I was trying to drag 2 liquidity pulls up, and it was just putting a lot of sells on the charts. Another buy of $147.66 puts us at the 6949, super close to that 7. I think we're probably about to break that 7 within the next minute or so. We'll see. Hello. If you guys are having trouble buying, it's It might be something to do with we opened it up to Evergrow wallets, and so if you have a wallet that has Evergrow in it, it might be having issues trying to buy. And if you're having issues and you're refreshing, deleting the cache, using a different browser, and you're still having issues, you just need a different wallet that doesn't have probably Evergrow in it. So you just need a fresh wallet. Just send your BNB to a new wallet or a different wallet that doesn't have Evergrow in it until we get that fixed, and then you should be able to buy. What's up, Slick Rick? Good to see you. How's everybody doing? Jim the Quim says to the spoon. I don't know what that means. To the spoon. We just went and got some fajitas a couple hours ago, and I just crashed out for like 10 minutes. So I'm kind of waking up right now. Another $34.95 buy puts us at 6950. So if you guys are buying and you're purchasing through the promotion modal right now, then you're getting that additional 50% on top of what you buy, which is an awesome deal. It's only going to last for one more week, and I don't know if this deal will come back. We're always going to try to incentivize the project and the growth of the project, but the way in which we do it could change. It might go to a different audience. Some of you guys could probably understand what's about to happen, but this week is going to be 1 week of, hey, it's whoever wants to take advantage of it. You go to the website, you click on staking, promotion modal, you open it. We've got 39 million tokens left, and so that's a lot, right? If people start buying like crazy, it would take a lot of buying to purchase up those tokens. But even if it doesn't, we're still going to utilize these tokens to grow the project. Everything that we're doing is about growing the project, if you guys haven't realized that. Number one thing we do, alleviate sell pressure. You have to alleviate sell pressure. I believe we've done that better than any project I've seen, which sets us up for upward trajectory. That's why we're doing so well. It's one of the reasons we're doing so well. And so we alleviated that sell pressure, and then we are incentivizing the growth of the project, unlike anything I've seen before, to be able to take the tokens, do airdrop events, do giveaways, do reward events, add on top of what you purchase. We're incentivizing people coming into the project. It's not just get in for the sake of getting in. It's if you get in, you can get in now. You stake in the 12-month, you get an additional 50%. There's already rewards attached to those tokens, which is not significant right now, but it shouldn't be. The significant can come from the growth that we're all aiming for. It's super important to understand that. It's like starting a business or something and then expecting like millions of dollars in profit. It's like, well, that's possible, but that doesn't come till later. Right now, we need to focus on getting this business running, right? Same thing. It's like going to the gym once and expecting a six-pack, It's like, hey, that can come, but you got to keep going. You got to keep working out. And so rewards, but it's a little bit different because these rewards can change overnight. If as we continue to rise, we continue to stand out. It's at certain points of growth. I don't know when it is, but I think it'll be much easier to get that growth. And because we've alleviated sell pressure so much, I think that growth is just kind of going to be able to do its thing. It's going to be able to take off, basically, and that's going to fuel the rewards. That's the moment that we're looking for that'll produce the rewards that'll be significant. And I think we all understand that. If you look at rewards now and you go, well, those not very much, which they're not bad, but they're just not a ton, then you are missing the point of what it is that this project is about. Those rewards really aren't supposed to be there until after we've seen the kind of growth that comes from a community who's committed to growing a project through being incentivized through the reward structure like we have, which allows us to enter into the staking pool and alleviate that sell pressure, which leads to the volume, which leads to those rewards. So important that people understand that. I've heard someone say that the monthly rewards were small, and it's like, well, for one, the monthly rewards are supposed to be small, but the monthly rewards can be really good too. Some of these projects, guys, have seen 50 million in a day, 50 million in volume a day, and they didn't have a bunch of people staking. They literally didn't have stakers with some of these other reward projects. they didn't have people who were incentivized to be in the project long term, and they were still able to see that kind of growth. So we have something very special, and we're just working towards that moment, that moment that we see the kind of growth that draws the rest of DeFi into a project, that leads to that momentum, that leads to that, that volume. And it can happen in a day. It can happen very fast. Go look at other reward projects that have much worse structure than what we have. They had a really bad structure in terms of incentivizing the growth, in terms of reflections, making it whales even stronger. We're constantly pulling value away from the people leaving the project and value away from the people at the top of the project, and we're giving it to everybody who's in the future of the project. I believe this project is one of the best, if not the best, reward project ever created in terms of math. When you go look at any other project, mathematically, if you're giving out rewards, it's going to go out in the exact same way. It comes down to, in terms of the people at the top are going to get the most, and the people at the bottom are going to be getting the worst entry point into those rewards, along with a terrible entry point into taking profits. And so the entire point of this structure is too much wealth is at the top, too much control is at the top. So too much, all the rewards are in the people that are leaving. Basically, for any project, like all the rewards, all the value is in those who leave. That's why they say take profits, because you don't get value if you don't take profits for most crypto projects. So yeah, if you guys want to put in your buys right now, we can do that push. We're super close to the 7. I know somebody told me they were going to put a buy through, and I'm pretty sure that buy would push us to the 7. So we'll see whenever they put it through, and then we'll have a new all-time high of 7, which is crazy. So the rewards, it was about shifting value into the future and making it significant, not just for the people at the top, but also for the people at the bottom. And so we did that because we have a higher tax. You guys have heard this before, and you could probably, say these things, but it's really important to remind you guys. We have a higher tax. 13% of our buys and 18% of our sells. I don't know if I've seen a project that did that much in rewards and converted it to stablecoin. Had another buy of $149.46, putting us at 6,942. Another buy of $114, putting us at 6,946. Just inching our way towards that 7, which is awesome. Hopefully we hit that 7 before the AMA ends today. Can you run through the 50 million bonus coming up in the 3-month? It is only holders in the 12-month, right? Yeah, so as long as you're in the 12-month before our 3-month reward event goes out, you'll get a share of 50 million tokens, which is insane. That's like a crazy thing. Like, I don't know. I've been in a lot of projects, reward projects. I haven't seen anything this good. And I've never seen, oh, here's 50% on top, and oh, the rewards are building up in the future. And instead of these whales getting their rewards, they just forfeit them and they pay into them on the way out. It's a way to constantly increase that value. So yeah, we have a higher tax. Not hard. We delay it. Instead of it just being given out immediately and then you hope more volume happens, it can build. And that's probably one of the most exciting parts about this project is the rewards building and then us being able to see it real time, to have that working now when you go back to the website and you look at that and say, oh, cool, we've got 3,000 in the monthly, not insane, but not bad. 31,000 in the 6-month and almost 86,000 in the 12-month, so almost 90,000 in the 12-month. We also have 40,000 in the 3-month between the 1-month and the 6-month, which is like really crazy. Might have to look at getting that added to the website so that people can see it and so that they know about it. And so I'm basically about how do you utilize tax, a rewards project. We all love the idea of rewards. How do you utilize that in a way that helps a project do well? It's not just about having a reward project for the sake of having one. I was in SafeMoon and I was in Evergrow, and the rewards would be negatively impacted by a couple things. For one, the whales were getting most of those rewards, and so they would get their rewards immediately and then they could sell down the LP and they'd get most of the rewards plus a lot of value out of the liquidity pool. And so we have a method that allows for us to incentivize the growth of the liquidity pool, which is like an amazing structure. That's a crazy idea to do that. It's not just, oh, here's a reward project and I want to do a project. It's like, hey, here's the problem, and let's fix it. And so we're using rewards to kind of counter the negative incentives of the liquidity pool. And so we're trying to do it significantly. We're not trying to do it in a small way. And we have everything we need because you guys are in the staking pool, because I'm in the staking pool. We have the perfect setup. I don't know how confident you guys feel in this project, anybody in here, about the potential of it, but it kind of doesn't get better than what you have. You know, any other project, it could dump in a minute. It could dump. It could dump tomorrow. It could get rugged. It could, there's no rewards in the future. If there are, they're not very much, or it's the token, which is being devalued. A lot of projects try to reward with the token or give an API of the token where you earn it over a period of time. You know, you get a certain percentage, but it gets devalued by the whales. And so as it gets devalued, you devalue people's rewards too. So a lot of these reward projects were done as cool ideas. They weren't done really as trying to solve or fix a problem. Whereas Control Token isn't just, oh, let's do a reward project for the sake of doing it. It's, let's make something that's more fair, that's long-term, that addresses the problem of why projects don't go as high as they could and don't last as long as they could. Also, let's fix really the number one problem with reward projects, which is how do you incentivize volume? And I know that anybody who's ever been in a reward project, knows that that's the thing, is you get the pump, you get the dump, and then where's the volume come from? It only really comes from people taking profits and maybe a little bit of people buying up. And a lot of reward projects, the biggest reward projects, what did they do? They changed their tax to a low fee because they couldn't get volume after that initial rise up and then fall down. So very, very simply, because we're storing up value in a 2% to the monthly, 6% or 4% to the 6 month, and then 11 to 12%, or I'm sorry, 6 to 12% to the 6 to 11% for the 12 month. 6% of buys, 11% of sells go towards the 12 month. It's a bigger and bigger and bigger sense. It builds over time. It's not just given out at a certain threshold immediately to everybody. As cool as it is to just get a little bit of rewards and watch it go up, right? How much cooler is it to just watch it just build and build and build? And then as people leave between now and the 6 month, they forfeit it and they pay into it a lot. So instead of them getting any rewards, these people don't get rewards. Everybody who's selling, the only rewards they could have gotten by now is the monthly. Other than that, they're forfeiting those 12-month and those 6-month rewards, and then they pay into them whenever they leave. So we're just constantly shifting a ton of value into the future. That value protects the project. It does. If people try to leave this project, it will massively, especially if it's coming from the supply that's staking, it will massively, massively shift a ton of value into the future. And very quickly, the value in the future will rise and counter the value in the LP, and it will be more profitable to stay in the project and to have a bigger bag, to get a bigger share of that value in the future than it will to just be abandoned ship and call it quits. Like with 99% of cryptos, it's just about getting in and getting out at the right time. Whereas with this project, because we are constantly storing up value in the future, it creates a situation where if people do try to leave it, they forfeit their rewards. That's an amazing idea. It's like, hey, rewards, what's the purpose of doing rewards? Oh, cool, you're in the project, you get rewards. Well, what are you rewarding? Just being in the project? It's like, if you're just giving out rewards for the sake of giving them out, then everybody and anybody's getting them, and people are being rewarded for nothing really, for just being in the project, and then they can sell. And so the point is that you basically feed the Ponzi if you don't pull away from the Ponzi. You have to, and how do you pull away from the Ponzi? You have to pull away from the people at the top. And the way to do that is the people that are leaving. So by simply just delaying it, everybody who sells between now and the 12 month, they're forfeiting the 12 month. They're just saying, I don't get the biggest portion of my rewards. And I'm going to pay into those rewards on the way out. and that shifts a ton of value to the people who keep the project alive, and that literally does keep the project alive. That's why you can say everybody pays to keep the project alive. That tax, instead of all of it going towards a Ponzi that only fuels the people at the top, it's going towards a reward structure that rewards everybody for keeping the product alive, not just the people at the top. Our contract is selling for you. That's why if you go look at the price, we broke 7. Oh my God, I missed it. Somebody put a $6,000 buy through. Holy cow. How did I miss that? $6,000 puts us at a new all-time high of 0.007123. Holy cow. Congratulations, that person just got 857,000 control token, and so they got another 400 and almost 30,000 on top of that, putting them in the whale pool if they weren't already in the whale pool, which is awesome. Immediately followed by a sell. That sell was converting into rewards, but it still puts us at our new all-time high of 0.007158, with the current price being at 0.007123. I know that this is kind of the most exciting time, is to just be at a new all-time high. We've been hitting new all-time high for like weeks now, ever since we started to get that momentum and we started that idea of like buying and getting 50% on top. It's really just kind of accelerated our growth to this new level, and we're going to continue to work to do that. And I just I just need you guys to, hey, it could be like this, right? It could just be we're moving up, we're moving up, we're moving up. But you got to be ready for when it's stagnant. You got to be ready for when it's pulling back. It's natural that people are going to sell. We only have so many people that can sell, guys. Most our holders are in the staking pool, and they can't, or they're very unlikely to sell. And if those people sell, it really fuels rewards, because it's 30%. Forfeit your rewards, another 20%. And that value isn't going to the team for us to be like, cool, we're getting all this value. All that value goes, boom, to the future of the project, which is really awesome. Only 2% of buys and sells go towards the treasury, and the treasury is being utilized to pay for our dev work, our website work, our utilities, like all these other things, our marketing, and then to pay the team. And there's not much, going towards that. So it really puts us in this awesome situation. But congratulations, everybody, on breaking the 7 today. That's super exciting. Let's go ahead and read some comments. If you guys have any comments in the Twitter space, you guys can just come up, or if you want to just comment it on the space, and I can check out your comments there. I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit of the YouTube side of things. CoinMarketCap, I'm still messaging them back and forth. I think that they should just do it for free, and it shouldn't take that long. But I think they're just trying to get money out of people. So unless I'm doing something wrong, I'm like, hey, we've given you all the information. Can we get listed, or can we get some kind of understanding? And they're like, oh yeah, there could be a backlog. They just send you this like automated message about backlog and how how you can expedite it through paying $5K. So I might just do that. I might just drop $5K to get the CoinMarketCap listing, so price will show. Hey, what's going on, Arthur? How's it going, man?
Hey, doing great. How's your day?
Good, man. What's going on?
Doing nothing. Just watching some movies and doing spaces here and there.
Awesome. Sweet. Well, thanks for coming up, Arthur. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys want to come up, you're welcome to come up. And if you have anything you want to say about Control Token, ask about it, or any of that. If you guys want to encourage the community, now's a good time to come up and say something. Let's see. Noka Plates doing very well. What's up, Jim the Quim? Hey, Control Crew. What's up, Chris? Here we go. Let's get to the 8. All right, guys, let's get to that 8 now. You guys did good. Let's go to the 8. That's crazy that we're so close to that 10x, And then from there, what is it? 20x, 30x, 40x, 50x, 60, 100x. Yeah, I was looking at the math, and I'll redo the math, and with Mark, and kind of look at it. We were looking at what amount of buy volume you need to hit a 10x, a 20, a 50, a 100, a 1000x, and what that volume would look like in terms of getting that volume price points that will likely carry that kind of volume that we really are aiming for, which it's not as crazy as you probably think, is that 100 million in volume. We are also, let's see. Oh, we broke 1 million in volume as well. Congratulations on that as well, guys. So we also yeah, we just broke 1 million in volume, which had another $823 buy, putting us at 7141, super close to our all-time high. Not all of that volume was taxed because some of it came from the liquidity being added. Some of it was arbitrage, but that's still awesome. That's still, hey, we've hit about 1 million in volume, and that's just a really sweet thing to do. This is you guys, you know. All I've really done is create a situation where the community can actually be rewarded for allowing a project to grow instead of only being rewarded for taking profits. So that's the reality here. And like I said, as exciting as this is, and it is fun, we're aiming way higher than this, right? We're aiming for the price points that come with that volume, that come with those rewards. That 100 million in volume does amazing rewards for everybody who's in the project. Even if you're getting in right now, 100 million in volume is going to be it's going to be really good compared to what you're putting into it. So just keep that in mind. Super excited that we broke that all-time high. If any whales out there want to drop like 100K, hey man, you know, that's another thing I think about is like the fact that a whale, and I might focus some of the marketing this week on that, just trying to put a message out there to whales of like, hey, you could drop like 100 grand or 50 grand or 20 grand with this promotion that we have going and get like 10 grand back. It's a pretty sweet deal to have it all, but there's enough tokens in there to supply very large buys for somebody to come in and drop, if they wanted to, 100 grand and get it 100 grand in the 12-month and staking plus another 50 grand sent immediately to their wallet. That's a crazy deal to have, you know what I mean? So that's a really amazing concept or promotion to have out there. 7141, that is awesome. Congratulations everybody on those good buys. Great push today, guys. We continue to do these, and you know, I told you guys that I do think this is something that could eventually lead to the success we're looking at, but it's just, we're not doing one thing, we're doing as many as we can. We've got the marketing utility that could generate a lot of profit, and all that's going to go to the charts. So there's no reason to take any of that. Just generating a ton of profit, it's going to the charts. The marketing utility could do well. Even if it doesn't do great, it'll still be putting buys on the charts, probably significant buys. You know, you can make thousands of dollars off of providing, you know, videos and spaces and that kind of stuff. And we're doing it in a way that's, once again, more fair, more balanced, and providing real value back to the communities, which is exciting. I have some really good ideas that I think can take our, you know, marketing to the next level. We have an amazing chart right now, guys. And so yeah, we have multiple things that can lead to, or at least work together to get us to what we're aiming for. You know, I don't know what you guys personally are aiming for with this project. For me, 100 million would be that milestone of like, we have done it. Like, we've achieved the level of success where no matter what happens, I will feel confident that I made a good project that did well and allowed for a community to make Okay. Sorry, guys. My mic. I might need to get a new mic for my computer. It cuts out. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back on YouTube. You all right, CC? Yeah, this mic just cuts out sometimes. I apologize for that. Yeah, so where we're at now, just to kind of close this up, we got another 20, 30 minutes. Maybe we don't go that long. If anybody else has any more buys they want to put out, you guys are welcome to. If not, you've got this last week, that opportunity to get that 50% extra. And I don't know if this will open up again for a while. It might, but we just have to see. Whenever I do anything, it's either to just reward you guys if I can for helping. You know what I mean? When I give back to you guys. When I do these reward events, it's a way to give back to the people who are helping the project grow the most. So if you're in the 12-month pool, you're going to share that 50 million tokens. We also have 40 grand set aside for that monthly rewards. So we'll get this month rewards, and the next month rewards will be our biggest rewards given out yet because it's 40,000 attached to it, which is really sweet. And so yeah, that puts us in a situation where the plan forward is to work on the utility with Mark next week. We're going to be working on that on Monday. It's very simple, but it's I think it could be very effective, and it could generate a lot of revenue that can go back towards the charts, which is really sweet. Because then it's not just people or our community or people slowly getting in. We're doing something that's actually producing that revenue to go to the charts. And it'll always be, every single decision is always about growing this project as much as possible. We're not giving away tokens for the sake of giving away tokens. We're doing it to incentivize the growth of the project. We're focusing on what's good for everybody, and that's what all these decisions are about. And you guys are just making this possible. If you guys didn't resonate with this idea, if you didn't like it, if you didn't believe in it, then the idea would be cool, but we wouldn't have the community that we have. We wouldn't have the rewards that we have. We wouldn't have the movement that we're having. Time for a new mic. Yes, Mel Gibson, the 50% deal is live. Just go to the website. If anybody's trying to buy right now for the control token push, we'll probably go back to Friday or Saturday for our pushes, and click on staking, and you'll see the promotion modal. Click on that, and it says 6 days with 38 million tokens. Yep, so we're down to 38 million. We were at 39, but now we're down to 38. And put in the amount you want to buy. If this goes away, then you need a different wallet that doesn't have Evergrow in it, because we're having some bugs, I guess, with that right now. Yeah, guys, and that's what I was saying is the strategy forward is we're building this utility that can generate revenue, and there's a lot of money to be made in marketing, guys. I've done marketing. I've literally been able to sustain myself for years just through making videos on projects. I go to the project, I see what it is, I let them know, hey, you'll probably get this many views, right? Because I don't want people to feel like they are left out. I made videos for Staked, made videos for Vitreous, made videos for Squid Grow, and there's a lot of money to be made. Now, if we're able to kind of take marketing to another level, a bigger level, then it could, easily produce tens of thousands of dollars a week, maybe even more a month, you know what I mean? So the potential is very high to do well with that, and we can just refine it. We can look at what's not working, what is, and then keep making it better and better. So there's massive potential for the marketing utility, because especially right now, say we made $10,000 a week, that would do a lot on the charts. If each week we had $10,000 going into the charts, it'd be paying rewards, it'd be raising the price, it'd be producing more tokens that would be going back to you guys in the form of incentivizing buys or making new reward events. So that's a really awesome thing that we're working on. It's like the most realistic potential to making a utility that actually creates profit. Every other utility, if it's not something like really new or something really good, it's very unlikely to produce a lot of profit. This one has the potential to produce a lot of profit, and the more that our community shows up, the better. With any of the things we're doing, imagine 100 people threw in $100 at the charts today. Where do you guys think that would put us? It would put us super high. I can't believe we're at 7-1, dude. That's crazy. We're already at the 7-1. That's awesome. Nice, bro. I found some beans in my cup holder. Buy incoming. Let's go. Mel Gibson about to throw a buy in the chart. Let's go. Is there a way to maybe have some help from the community by us donating a few dollars of BNB to reach the amount needed to get the coin market cap thing going. Just curious. I don't want to do that to the community. Will you? That's what the treasury's for. I just need to message them back and forth a couple more days. If by the end of this next week that I'm feeling like they're just not going to do it for us, then I'll look at dropping that 5K to expedite it. So we'll give it one more week. If that doesn't happen, we'll expedite it because that could help us. But it should just be for free. A lot of projects just do it for free. And I submitted this a while ago, and then I resubmitted it, and then I'm messaging them. So I'm not sure what the deal is, but we'll find out. If not, we'll just take that hit. It's fine. Got a sell of $1,600. Somebody dropping us down to the 7072. They just sold for 233,000 control token. And they might have unstaked to do that as well. Which would be crazy. And that's okay, guys. People selling, you can't have a project where nobody sells. You know what I mean? People have got to be able to sell. Another sell right after that one. I think that one should just be the rewards. Yeah, I think that's just the contract selling for rewards. Yep, that's the... But we're still at the 7. We just had a couple sells, and we're still sitting at the 7, which is crazy. So, yeah, really awesome. And I'm constantly trying to take what's working and to really take it to the next level of reaching a larger audience. And like I said, you know, BNB's pulling up. If BNB right now, it's, what is it, around 600? If it gets close to 700, we might convert a lot of the treasury into stablecoin. Even though it could go higher, we might convert, I don't know, maybe half of the treasury of what's in the treasury for the treasury into stablecoin. Hey, if you were about to buy, then it's a good thing that they were going to sell before you bought. Yeah, if you're trying to buy, then you want the lowest price as possible if you're trying to do the extra 50% on top. So yeah, just quick recap. The marketing, we have something else that I'm excited for this next thing I'm going to be able to do after this week. What I'm going to be able to do after that is going to really open up the door, and I might give myself either a couple weeks, probably a couple weeks. If nothing's happening, we can cut it short. But if it's doing okay, even if it's just doing okay, then I might just do it for like a month. We'll see how that does. So I'm excited about that as well. And then we also have, like I said, our marketing utility, these Friday pushes. People come together, everybody throw $20 at it. Everybody throw $40, you know, every other Friday, just if you feel like it. It's not if any other thing than just wanting to be a part of helping push this project towards success. Another great thing that we kind of have going is that everybody who's selling is probably regretting it because we just keep moving up. I mean, you look at the people who are selling at these points, at the 4, at the 5, at the 6, and now we're at the 7. We're holding it very well. There's other things that I can't quite tell you guys, but you might be able to realize it yourself, that are going on as well, that are really good for the future of the project. I can tell you, I just shouldn't, because, yeah, I can't say any more than that. But you guys should already be able to put 2 and 2 together. But there's a benefit to not talking about it. So that's a really good thing as well. And we have the reward events. So we have a lot of exciting things. And we're always trying to find what the next big thing is. Look at that, $1,000 buy puts us back at 7074. Coming in hot with that $1,000 buy. Awesome. Awesome work, guys. Guys, the more that we work together, the more likely and the faster this project's going to succeed. The more that you try to think about yourself and take advantage of everybody else, you're slowing that down. So just keep that in mind, and try not to be a crappy person. I'm not saying if you're selling, you're not necessarily a crappy person. Maybe somebody needs money or whatever. But if you know people are going to be doing a push, then if you could sell after they do the push, or you could sell before it. If you sell before it, it's better. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things is we're coming together knowingly pushing up the charts at a time where everybody knows we're going to do it. And like, what kind of person are you? Are you kind of person who's trying to take advantage of everybody else? Or are you kind of person that's trying to help everybody else? Just think about those things. And there might be people out there that are like, screw everybody, I don't care about anybody, I'm just trying to get my own. And it's like, cool, you're going to pay the buy fee, you're going to forfeit your rewards, you're going to pay the sell fee. But most of our community is really awesome. They've got your back. We've got whales that have got your back. We've got multiple whales that are, you know, super bullish on the project. They're working to help grow this project. You've got most of our community very excited, very very decent people that actually are trying to help a project do well, which is we have an amazing community, guys. That's another just reason to be super bullish on this project. Beans in the pot. Mel Gibson with the clutch. Shout out to Mel Gibson. And he's a member, dude. What an awesome. Thanks for being a member on the YouTube side of things, guys. You know, just a small way to support me. I'm not rich. You know what I mean? I could have filled my pockets in multiple ways with this project, and I'm just not doing it. I am surviving off of it, but I'm also working full time on it. I'm doing all the boring stuff behind the scenes, and I'm doing the marketing, and I'm doing spaces, and I'm making videos. Sometimes those videos involve me just working all day long to get that video done. And if it's the right opportunity, it deserves a video that deserves the quality. And I probably need to work on a video this week for what we're doing next week, but I also need to work on videos this week because this 50% deal is really amazing. And so we've got to find ways to kind of push this out to everybody else that, hey, you're in this project's on a 7X after a pre-sale with a docs creator, with rewards that haven't been given out yet, with most of the supply and the staking, with a community that's aiming for the top, and you can get in and get 50% off. And we've got this 50 million reward event coming in 2 months that's open to everybody in the 12-month staking. There's not really a better pitch than that. It's like, we're not aiming, that's one of my biggest things, is we're not trying to get people in to dump on them. My goal is not, let's get a bunch of people in here and then all you guys can dump on them, guys. It's not that. You guys are in the staking pool. You're not trying to do that. Let's get a bunch of people into a good project that creates the opportunity to make a long-term project. This project, if we see that 100 million in volume, that'll be around 2 million into the treasury. You take about 1 million of that and you build high quality utilities, and then you utilize those utilities to fuel the rewards for the next year. We can build those utilities throughout this year, launch them maybe this year, maybe next year. It just depends on where we're at. If we blow up fast within the next couple months, we start to see good volume, then we might have to switch it up and start building those utilities. And maybe if they're ready to go this year, we do that now. But utilities were kind of this, like, it became a bad thing of like everybody was hoping in utilities, and I didn't want people's hope to be in utilities. And I don't think that your hope has to be in utilities. It's just something that can accelerate our growth right now, specifically the marketing utility. The success of this project, I believe, could happen without utilities. But if a marketing utility on top of it, and if we blow up, our marketing utility will blow up with it as well. And so you'll have a ton of just outside value fueling into the project, which will be actually insane. But we'll also have the other utilities that we can make that I'll go into. Maybe we design our own chain or design our own contract that other projects can use, or just design our own NFT that's somehow connected to the project. There's so many things I can do, guys, as we succeed, if we succeed. And just in a small level. I'm not even talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of volume. I'm talking like 50 to 100 million in volume, and we're set. I believe that the opportunities that come with just even 50 to 100 million in volume will be so much that I'll be able to utilize that success to grow it even more. And so, yeah, we have a lot of amazing things planned about the future of the project. So old stimulus checks would have been great right now. Yeah, I know, right? Got to get visiting from. Just wanted to stop in and show some love. Later, Gators. Mel Gibson, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate that $1,000 buy. Great push, man. You came in at the end. That's the kind of people we need, guys. Be more about the future of the project, more about the community, more about others. The more that we prioritize each other, the better this project's going to do, and the more it's going to benefit you. It's really the reality of the project is, if you focus on yourself, you might be able to take a little bit of profit. You're going to hit that selfie, you're going to forfeit your rewards, but you're leaving a community who's working towards growing this project as much as possible. You're not just forfeiting your rewards and forfeiting the potential price movement, you're forfeiting a community that has been united to grow a project like never seen before. I'm so glad we hit that 7 today, guys. That's honestly crazy. I fell asleep, woke up, We went from, weren't we just like at the 6-1 or something, dude? We were just sitting at, yeah, we were just at the 6. And then we just went from the 6 to the 7. Like, that's crazy. Within a day's time, it's all-time high after all-time high after all-time high. So, yeah, the more you guys, if you guys can just show up, if you guys can just be part of the spaces or the Friday pushes, the more of the community. We have a decent community. We have hundreds of people in this project. Hundreds of people throw in $50, $20, $100 on a Friday push. It's going to keep pushing us upward. We can only go up for so long before we really stand out. We already stand out now, but the more we go up, the louder our message gets, and the more we continue to stand out. And it can take off fast. That's the moment we're really looking for, is this moment that it takes off fast. And so we're looking for this right moment to maybe start doing spaces and to come out with the rewards and to start, doing a lot more marketing. But we have some really good marketing coming up, and we're working on that utility in the background. I don't think the utility will take much to build. I think it'll be pretty quick, shouldn't be crazy expensive, and we'll be able to start utilizing it very quickly. And there's a lot of things you can do. Like I said, you can do videos, you can do spaces, you can kind of adhere to different styles of budgets. If it's a very small project that has a very little to spend, well, obviously, if you're spending just a small amount, you're not going to get a ton. But maybe even a couple $100, we can come up with some kind of service towards people that have small projects that can't afford much. But we'll also be there to provide value for the larger projects. And there's a really cool way to unite everybody's projects at once is kind of going to be the idea. So I'm excited for that, to try to get that going and try to get that up and going. So we'll see how well that does. It's just really, the space is just, it's so filled with scammers, and it's so filled with people who just want to make a project because they put themselves at the top of the project. And people aren't really coming into a project trying to think long term. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like there hasn't been a more direct way of uniting everybody with growing a project with value. And so it's constantly using value to do what's best for everybody. That's what we're doing. We're utilizing the tokens, we're utilizing the community, we're utilizing everything to grow a project. And it's kind of amazing structure, because it's one of those things that doesn't require a massively successful business, a once-in-a-lifetime shot at hoping some kind of celebrity or Elon Musk tweets you out. It's just about, there's a massive amount of people in DeFi who want to be in a good project, and we've just provided a platform to do that. Typical liquidity pool, if you don't address the liquidity pool, you have incentives to destroy the project. You have rewards that only go to the top. Everybody else only becomes exit liquidity as long as the project goes up. As soon as a couple whales decide to sell, it goes down, and everybody realizes they need to get out because they've seen the pump and dump thing before. We protect against sell-offs. We unite you guys in the future growth of the project. Your rewards put a floor on your bag. They put a high floor on your bag, and the floor is actually much higher than the rewards, because right now the rewards are not insane, right? For 1 million tokens, which is expensive right now, it's like 7,000 to 8,000. The rewards are like $200, a little over $200. They're actually more because of the other reward events, but not including those reward events, like, not insane, right? But that's not bad. But that puts a floor on your bag. It protects the project. I do not think we could go below the 1. I do not think we could go below pre-sale price. And the floor, I think, would actually be much higher than the pre-sale price, because if a mass exit started to happen, which I just don't think, that if you look at the setup we have right now, it seems like it's really just all comes down to sentiment. Like, TA is sentiment. It's not mathematical equations. It's the psychology of the buyers versus the sellers and where the market's at. And so we don't need to go ask everybody what do they feel about the project. We can tell by the staking pools. Most of the supply is in the 12-month staking pool. That couldn't be a clearer indicator of a technical analysis of the charts than most of the supply being in a 12-month staking pool. So you can figure that out for yourselves, and it's just about trying to bring that message to everybody else to be like, I can't provide you a better opportunity. It's just about like getting past this barrier of everybody's trying to convince you to get into their project. And because of that, it creates this barrier for this project where I'm like, I have this amazing project. We've got this amazing reward structure. We've got the stakers. We have this revolutionary idea. You have something you can trust. You have the locked liquidity. You have everything you would want basically out of a project. Maybe a couple things here and there that need to be polished. You have unique things that Mark is doing that we're going to be attached to, which is crazy. You have a very special dev. To have Mark working on this project, that's super rare. It's not somebody that works for Mark. We have Mark working on this project and helping this project grow. He sees the potential, and he's impressed. Mark's made a lot of project, and he says, dude, your rewards are really good. Even though, yeah, if you go calculate your rewards, it's hundreds of dollars. It's still really good because we've generated over hundreds of thousands of dollars in rewards already. That's amazing. That's awesome. You guys are doing really good. The website's clean. The rewards are showing. The countdowns are showing. We have this promotion modal thing that we created. We had to pay to make that in order for you guys to get that. That wasn't like an easy thing. They had to like take a whole day and build that and get that working. And now we have the ability to just give you guys extra tokens or give other people extra tokens. We can do this if the price is down. We can do this if the price is up. If we start to get a lot of momentum, I can come in and say, hey, on top of how well we're doing, I'm going to accelerate that momentum because I have so many tokens in the treasury, which I didn't plan on having, and thank God we do, because I just didn't think about being able to do this because it's my first project. I haven't done a project before. That you could utilize that to recover from sell-offs. You can utilize that to get momentum when you're stagnant, or you can utilize it to accelerate upward momentum, which is really awesome. So if we're moving up a lot and I say, hey, we're going to throw a tenth of whatever you buy right now on top, that could really help accelerate it, right? So there's so many amazing strategies. We just couldn't have a better setup for a successful project right now. And I'm super excited about the future of it. The more the community gets involved, if you had hundreds of people in these spaces, I'm telling you, people would be looking at these charts and they'd probably be buying. They'd be like, why is there 100 people in here? Oh, that chart's doing good. I'm interested in this. But we only got what we got. And you guys, I'm super thankful. We probably got about 20 people in here, maybe less on the Twitter side of things. Maybe on the YouTube, I don't know, because it's showing all the live streams that we're on. Probably have like 20, 30 people. If we can get people to show up either on the Friday pushes or the AMAs, it'll naturally draw in more people, and that's just being present. So you would be surprised, when a couple people show up, and we have a decent amount of people in here, but when a couple people show up, it helps. If we had 5 people in here, it wouldn't feel like that. But because we have 10, that feels a little bit bigger. And then you get 20, it feels more valuable to have more people there. And so, the more maybe I need to incentivize. I'm constantly just trying to incentivize what we need to happen to get this product to succeed. Maybe I need to be doing more giveaways during these things so that people will show up, the community will show up or something like that. Probably not a bad idea. Anyways, guys, if anybody else had anything else they wanted to say, 32 people on YouTube. Oh no, shout out to John Caroni. John Caroni, 32. I don't even know what that number was about, man. I don't even know anymore. It's like how many years he's going to get in prison or something. I have no idea. Yeah, guys, hopefully that gives you kind of a clear picture of where we're at. It's just we have these marketing strategies. It's a very powerful. The ability to buy and get extra on top is a very powerful marketing tool, because usually when you get in a later and later price point, you're getting less and less and less tokens. There might even be ways to take this to just some next level to make it even better. And that's what we're working towards right now. It's really just about providing value. And a lot of projects, they don't provide the value, but they're able to get people chasing it because the price moves up, because they can see it moving up. And so as you watch the price moving up, then you go, oh, well, it's gone from here to here. I got to get in. That's when people feel comfortable. They feel safe. They don't feel safe at a pre-sale. They don't feel safe because they've been, robbed too many times. But once you get that momentum and people can see, oh, this thing's moving, it's going up, which we are right now. We're moving and we're moving up. Then people can start to feel safe and secure in getting into it. And so, we're just going to be taking that to the next level. I don't feel, I should be honest with you guys, I don't feel any fear about this project, because you guys are in the staking pool. I'm like, oh man, the amount of people we have in the 12-month staking pool, and we've heavily incentivized it, right? 50 million tokens, the 12-month reward events, the whale rewards, the 40,000, we're just going to keep rewarding that whale pool because it's helping the project grow. But that gives me this level of confidence of like, well, it's unlikely that there's going to be a big sell-off. The reality is it's unlikely there's going to be a big sell-off. Unless the price goes crazy, people are probably not going to leave the staking pools. And if the price goes crazy, the rewards are going to go crazy. So who knows how they'll feel even when that happens. iCage, what's going on, man? Count me here, man. Just chilling, listening. Great to have you guys. I appreciate all you guys showing up. I hope you guys can see that this is really about you guys. You know what I mean? It's about making a successful project that I want to be able to look back, and yes, I want to do well, but I want to do well off of making something that does well. I don't want to do well off of rugging people or scamming people. And I think that you're probably going to find that you can do better off of making something that actually helps people. Now, if I started a project just for the sake of doing a project, it wouldn't do that well, right? It would be a pump, it would lose that momentum, and it would dump. But I've started a project with a long-term goal. You guys have got me for years just working on this project day in and day out. How do I get this to the next level? What do we have to do? How do I strategize with it? If you guys can't tell, I hope you guys can tell that I'm not going about this nonchalantly and not caring. I'm saying what's going to take us to the next level. I'm looking at your guys' ideas. I'm trying to do my best. I am one guy, and at some points I just have to live my life. I have to eat. I have to not feel well. I have to be sick. I have to sleep. I have to decompress. And maybe at some point we will, build somewhat of a team. But right now, things are fine. We don't need anybody more than me, and the people running the Telegram, the Reddit, and the Discord, along with Mark. At what point in regards to volume per day does it have to be for you to be able to sit back and relax and no control is a success when I start, middle, and end? Hope this makes sense. Yeah, for me, it's just as soon as we hit 50 to 100 million in volume, I've always said 100 million, but if we hit 50 million, it's very likely that we'll hit 100 million in my perspective. Some projects, guys, have hit 50 million in a day. If you get that right, rise up, you can hit 50 million in a day. So if we imagine getting 50 million in a day, that would be like $15,000 in rewards to everybody who has around 1 million tokens staked in the 12-month staking pool. It would be insane. It'd be a massive success. So it's not so much about daily volume. It's about growing the project to the point where it becomes exponential. That's all we're doing. It can become exponential. We're working towards that exponential growth. I've seen it happen. I've watched it happen. Look at projects where they've blown up. Obviously we're a reward project, and I'm connected to those projects. I covered SafeMoon. I told people about Evergrow. Before it came out, I told people about it. Right after it came out, I told people about it. I gave people a very early window of opportunity to get into Evergrow. And those projects, SafeMoon saw billions in volume. Evergrow saw, I think, 600 million. Maybe more, 600 million in volume. At certain points, they saw 50 million a day. And one of the best parts about this that I've said earlier is because we're taking all the value and storing it up into reward events throughout a year, it incentivizes more volume to happen throughout the year. It incentivizes buying dips. So it both incentivizes taking profits and buying dips, which incentivizes more volume, which fuels the rewards. And if the rewards go up enough, it incentivizes more volume. So it is something that is changing the pattern of pump, dump, slow drip off, slowly just wasting away with maybe a couple rises if some exciting news happens. It's pump, and then maybe a dump, but then you've got your 3-month event, 6-month event, 9-month event, 12-month event. And all of those are going to be buying opportunities into rewards. They're also going to provide selling opportunities. So I think that we've solved really the number one problem with reward projects is that they lose the incentive to buy the token. And the problem is they give out all the rewards right away. If you delay those rewards, you provide incentive to buy into those rewards. If SafeMoon or Evergrow had a structure like this, where they were storing up that value in the future, it would have provided massive volume leading up into those. It would have alleviated sell pressure greatly. You know what I mean? So it's likely you wouldn't have seen the sell-offs that you saw with SafeMoon or Evergrow if they'd had this structure. And it's likely that you would have seen buying around the reward events as well with taking profits both before and after the reward events. People taking profits right before a reward event, and that provides people buying right before a reward event. People taking profits right after a reward event, and that provides buying for the reward event. Because you're not just buying into hoping the price goes up. You're buying into all the future reward events. And to know that our reward events can only build, it's funny how bullish this project is. I covered a lot of projects. I haven't seen anything more bullish than this project, the design. The fact that our monthly can only build for the next month, our 6 month, and we've got 20 days and 7 hours for that monthly to build up. It's not going to be crazy, but it could be. We could blow up. We could see some good growth. 3,000, that's really not bad actually. 6 month, we've got 31,000, and we've got 143 days for that to build. That could go up a lot, and then that's a lot of time for the 6 month to go up. And then the 12 month rewards, we still have 325 days. That's so freaking long, and we already have $87,000 built up into that. I've told you guys this. It's just bullish on top of bullish on top of bullish on top of bullish. If we saw 50 to 100 million in volume, XUSD, according to Mark, would do around a 10 to potentially 15x in its value, meaning that not only would we generate an insane amount of rewards, but these rewards alone would be appreciating because they'd be doing a 10 to 15x. That, I can't make a more bullish project. Like, think about how crazy this is. It's like, it's too much, and maybe I need to understand the clearest way to lay it out, but it's delaying value, it's appreciating value, it's pulling away from the sellers, it's uniting everybody with growing a project, and that value can become very significant. You can be significantly rewarded for making this project grow, and that's why the project's doing so well. In my opinion, I'm wanting it to start snowballing where it starts running on its own. That will be the exciting time. That's really what we're working towards, is this growth that just kind of starts to catch on to the rest of the markets and people start to come in. That's the moment we're looking for, because we are set up. We're ready for that moment. We're ready for it now. With most of the supply and the staking, that moment is going to be able to take its full course. It's going to be able to realize its potential. It's going to be able to grow without being stunted. There's not much of the supply that can stunt that growth. Very little amounts of the supply that can do that. Go look at the holders list. Most our supply is in the staking, the treasury, and the treasury. You guys, I'm being very transparent with you guys. Treasury's going back to you guys. It's going to their future holders who are coming in. They're going to get better deals because they're getting in at later price points. That also makes it more fair. Question: how much is the cost of becoming a whale at today's price for the 1,200,000 tokens? It's going to be pricey, Mitch Bromwell. But if you have the 50% buy-in, let's see. It's probably going to be, who's that guy that bought? He made a big buy. So this guy threw in $6,000. He probably had to throw in more. Yeah, I guess you could get it for, because you have getting that 50% extra, you can get into the whale pool, which is that extra 1% every 3 months, which we'll have to get that added to the website as well. I forgot about that. Damn, we need to get that 3-month event. We might as well add 3-month. We'll have to do that. We might just need to make a separate whale page. Would it be cool if the whale page, no, I was going to say if you could connect a wallet and get access to it if you're in the whale pool, that would be kind of cool, but then people would be like, what the heck is this? You know, so probably just make a whale page that people can go to see all the information on the whale. We'll need to add that. Just slowly updating things, refining things. We've got to do that. We've got a lot going on, guys. So yeah, it would probably cost around $6 to $7 grand with the getting the extra 50%, which is not bad, because if you're not getting the extra 50%, then it would cost a lot more. It would cost like 8 to 9, probably 10 grand, around there, 9 to 10 grand. Amazing buys today, guys. You guys did really awesome. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I don't want to keep this going too much longer, and make sure there's nobody on the Twitter side of things. And yeah, I'm excited for this week. We're going to be doing a ton of marketing, a lot of back work, a lot of updating to the website, the white paper, the reward structure, and just you guys are doing your part with your tokens, doing your part with showing up to these spaces. You can run your own spaces. I try to like and share a lot of your guys' posts. It's just helping each other grow, and we might start utilizing the treasury a little bit to start to do more spaces and stuff like that. So yeah. I'm going to go ahead and end the space. Thanks for showing up, everybody. and I'll see you guys. New all-time high, guys. The 7 is awesome. Super exciting to be on a 7x right now. But what are we aiming for? I don't, we're maybe aiming for 100 to 500 to 1,000. It's probably a little closer to what we're aiming for in terms of all that volume. And we're doing great. We're not, 10x to 100x. That's a tenth of the way there to 100x. That's crazy, huh? We're almost at the 10x, and that's a tenth of the way to what we're going to. We've hit 1 million in volume. That's a hundredth of the way that we're going to. We only need to do that 199 more times, right? So not too crazy when you put it in that perspective, huh? So, and it usually, like I said, this can become very exponential if you look at it as a slow, gradual, consistent thing over time. It's not the right way to look at it. Things can become very exponential very quick. All right, guys, I'll catch y'all later. Have a great day. Thank you so much to Mitch Bromwell, Tommy OC for being a member, Mel Gibson for being a member. Thanks for your support, guys. Just a tiny amount of money that goes to me on a monthly basis. It probably comes out to like 10 to 20 bucks, but hey, that's let's launch or something. So I appreciate that, guys. I'll see you guys next time. You guys have a great day.